Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, this is a different video. I'm not going to be doing a workout, but I am going to give you some tips and want to talk to you about some mistakes, like fat loss mistakes that I see most of my clients and the people that come to me asking for advice doing on their daily basis, right? The first mistake is that you eat everything that says healthy, light, lowering calories, fat-free, sugar-free, and nowadays you need to realize that most of the times this is only marketing. These people want you to buy their products, so they're gonna try everything they can to make you buy and consume their product. So when something says light, it doesn't mean that it's healthy for you. It doesn't mean that it's actually going to help you with your fat loss goal. It only means that it's lighter than its original version. So let's say you have an ice cream that you used to eat all the time, but it was 800 calories. Now this light version has only 450 calories. Is it better than 800? Yes, but is it what you need? Probably not. Another thing is sugar-free, fat-free. So usually when a product says sugar-free or fat-free, they actually take out like the sugar, but they're gonna add more fat because they don't want to, how's the word in English for that? Compromise. So yeah, that's not a hard word. Yeah, I have to use a translator. So companies don't want to compromise the flavor of their product, so they're going to add something else, instead of the original ingredient. So if it had fat at the beginning, they're probably going to add more sugar if they take out the fat. If it had more sugar, they're probably going to add more fat. And actually, some studies indicate that when you are consuming a lot of like light products and stuff like that, you actually tend to gain more weight because you feel like you're eating less calories and everything is so healthy, so you tend to eat even more. Another thing that I see a lot is with the gluten-free. Gluten-free doesn't mean that it's healthy. It doesn't mean that it's going to help you lose fat. It doesn't mean that it's good for you. It just means that it doesn't have gluten, because there's people who have either an allergy or they're sensitive to this protein that is gluten and they take it out. That's all it is. Okay? So, mistake number 2. You only focus in cardio. Yes, it is true that when you're in like a moderate pace while doing cardio, you are in that fat burning zone that every trail machine has and all of this. If you are just focusing in doing cardio, you are most likely not going to see the best results, because first, your muscles need to be stimulated to be able to grow a little and to be more efficient when burning fat, because the fat actually burns in the muscle cells. So the better you work out like your muscles and then you do strength training and you challenge yourself, the more fat you're going to burn. Like, you are going to build yourself like a more efficient, like fat burning oven. Also, muscles are more active than fat. Like, when you're resting, you are going to burn more calories if you have a better and like leaner muscle mass. And well, I think some of the myths that goes with this is like, people think that if you do strength training, like your fat is going to get hard. I've heard that a lot. I still hear that. It's like 21st century. It's not true. So I think some myths that goes around strength training are, well, I think, no, I know these are some of the myths that goes with like strength training. First, for women, they think they're gonna get super bulky and big and I don't wanna look like a man. It's not going to happen. Actually, if you focus only in cardio, you are going to be very flaccid, and that's not something that you want, right? Well, I think at least that's not something that I want. Also, people think that if you do strength training, if you have fat in your body, your fat is going to get hard. That is like, it just doesn't happen. Whoever told you that, send them my way. I'll hit them in the face. I'm kidding. No violence on YouTube. But yeah, so that doesn't happen. So don't be afraid of doing strength training. Another thing that I heard recently, and I haven't heard that one in a while, actually one of my clients asked me if we could not like stop doing weights because one of her friends told her that if she did weights, once she stopped, if she ever stopped working out, her muscles were going to turn into fat. That's also a myth. It's very impossible. Muscles will turn into fat as like wood will turn into like cotton or something like. It just doesn't happen. As fat is not going to turn into muscle like suddenly. It just doesn't happen. They're like two different tissues that they're not going to turn one to the other for like, there's no reason, there's no way that can happen. So yes, focus also on your strength training program. Do weights if you can. You can also do calisthenics. You can do resistance band. There's a ball like TRX. There's a lot of different ways that you can actually do strength training, and it's very, very good. It's actually going to improve way more your fat loss results, because also for your body it's very hard to recover from this type of workout. The workouts that I post on my YouTube and Instagram all the time, they're very effective, because for your body it's very, very hard to recover for this. So you'll be burning calories up to 72 hours later. That doesn't happen with cardio. With cardio, once you get done off the treadmill, you're done. Your body goes back to normal. Okay? So mistake number 3. You eat healthy, but you eat more than you need. So there is a big difference between eating healthy and eating for a fat loss goal. Because when you want to lose fat, you need to be in a hypocaloric diet, which basically means that you need to eat less calories than you need during the day. Usually I recommend around 500 calories a day. It will depend on the person. It will depend on like your activity and how much fat you need to lose and all of this. But that's pretty general. If you're eating healthy, doesn't mean that you are having this caloric deficit. You can be eating healthy, and that's good, like that's awesome, but you might not be seeing results. It's very important that you know to control your portions, that you know when it's best for you to add your proteins, your carbs during the day, when those affect you better or for worse. Some people think that they can't eat carbs at night. That is not true. You can. You just need to control then the carbs you eat during the day, so you don't fall on excess during the night. But if you are eating, let's say you have 300 grams of chicken, which is a lot, and then 5 pieces of broccoli, and you have also a nice salad, and you have 2 cups of quinoa. Yeah, everything in that plate is healthy, but then you have a lot of everything. So that a plate that could be maybe 450 and 500 calories, it can come up to like 800. So it's not the best. Also, if you want to add like a little bit of olive oil to your salad, but instead of just like a tablespoon, you just add it like crazy, then you have like 300 calories just in olive oil. So you need to be very controlling. I'm sorry. But you do need to make an effort to control your portions and to know exactly what you're eating, trying to keep into consideration that yes, it might be healthy, but everything healthy also have calories. So the fact that it's healthy doesn't mean that it's actually helping you, because it's a lot. So you need to take into consideration your portions and your calorie intake during the day and during the week to make sure that you are going to reach your goals. Okay? The mistake number 4 is that you don't change your routine ever. You always do the same squats. You always do the same amount of cardio on the same machine. You don't try anything new because you get used to, because you see results at the beginning, so you think, okay, this is working for me, but there's going to be that time where you're going to hit a plateau. So you basically need to always changing, because your body is very, very smart and it adapts to everything. Your body has the ability to adapt to it. So imagine, I don't know, like that happens to me a while ago. I started working at a restaurant, and it was like 3-floor restaurant, and every day for me like to go up and down, it was kind of hard. It was like annoying and then after like a month, I was completely like, I was used to it. It didn't bother me anymore. I would go up and down because my body got used to it and my body adapt to it. I was also spending a lot of time there, so it was pretty easy for my body to adapt. But if you go every day to the gym and you do 15 squats with the same weight, then you move to like the 30 seconds plank, and then you whatever you do, and then you go to the same trail machine for 40 minutes, your body is going to adapt. So those results that you were seeing at the beginning are going to stop. So you need to make a change. You need to make sure your workouts are always changing. You can change time rest, you can change weights, you can change exercises, of course, you can change the way you perform some exercises, so change the angle that you're working on, change the cardio that you're doing, change the machine. That if you love the Stairmaster, great, but then change it a little bit, like another week do a bicycle, stuff like that. You always, and also with the food happens too. Sometimes you're eating the same. First you get bored, and second your body's also going to adapt and it's not going to react the same anymore. So always change is good. Mistake number 5, and I think this is actually the most common, and is that you ruin everything on the weekends. You really focus and like have willpower and control your cravings, and you focus on your diet and your workouts during the week, but then Friday night comes, Saturday and Sunday, and you just overeat, drink like heavily, and that doesn't help, because if you're trying to lose fat, even if you're trying to maintain a healthy weight, this can add up fast. It is true that one meal is not going to make you gain weight, but 2.5 days of overeating and excessively and drinking in excess, that's easier. But 3 days of overeating and overdrinking do add up fast. And if you're trying to lose weight, and even as I said before, like keeping a healthy body, it's a lot. It's a lot for your body, because then you're just keeping it like safe for 4 days, and then 3 days you are just like, I don't even care. It's not a healthy habit, and it's not going to help you to reach your goals. Also, I do believe that if one healthy meal is not going to make you lose fat, one unhealthy meal, like or like a night of drinks, is not going to make you like unhealthy, or it's not going to make you gain weight. But that has to be the exception. So if you're doing this consistently every weekend, it's actually going to like backfire really, really bad for you. So take into consideration that weekends are also part of your week. So you need to be more aware of what you're putting in your body. I'm not saying by any meaning that you can't never like have a burger, like that you can never go to a party and have some drinks or even get drunk. No, we all do that. Like that's, we're humans, we're gonna do that. But if you do this every weekend from Friday afternoon to Sunday night, and then you are going to restart everything again on Monday, it's not the best. It's like, trust me, you are not going to see the results you want, and you are not going to feel as good as you want to feel. So remember, weekends do matter, and like don't ruin them. Okay. So that's it. Those are my 5 fat loss mistakes for today that I hope after you hear this, stop doing them and tell all your friends that stop doing them, and see you next time.